Welcome to Politics Done Right. We're coming to you live from Netroots Nation 2022 again. And who did we find? Stephanie Taylor, how you doing, young lady?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
I am great. Before we even get started, why don't you tell my audience something about yourself? Because I know they're going to love you.
Well, I'm the co-founder of the Progressive Change Campaign Committee, boldprogressives.org. We have 1 million members nationally. We're a grassroots group, and we help train and elect progressive candidates, school board to president, all across the board. We endorse about 1,000 candidates each cycle, and we give them the support they need in terms of fundraising and volunteers and strategic support and whatever else they need.
Well, especially in these times, right? We are at a crossroads. So the kind of work that you do is extremely important. Tell me, what are you starting to find as you start to approach and train these folks?
We are right now very worried about how to save democracy in America. And so what we need right now are folks stepping up and running who are able to run authentically,
right,
and who are able to run on a message where you get what working people are going through in
right,
America today. You get when people are sitting at their kitchen table late at night and they're staring at a stack of bills and they're thinking, do I pay my heating bill? Do I pay my credit card bill? What do I do about my medical bill? I mean, this is what people are worried about in America today.
Right.
And they get that the system is rigged. They get that we are dealing with corporate control of our democracy, and people want the candidates that will come in there and do something about it.
Stephanie, the reality is most people, for the kind of candidates that you support, if you do a poll as far as what people want, it turns out that everything that you represent, everything that the kind of folk that you're trying to get to run represent is what America wants.
Yes.
What is the problem, and what is it that your organization gonna do to actually solve that problem, that people will see the reasoning of why to elect the people you're training as opposed to those who are faking it?
I am so glad you asked that, because we make this argument all the time.
Right.
The vast majority of Americans agree on the issues.
Right.
Our polling has shown, we have done polling of Republicans, independents, and Democrats, and the vast majority agree with the quote-unquote progressive positions.
Right.
We agree that abortion should be legal. We agree we should get rid of the filibuster. We agree we should ban assault weapons. We agree we should raise the minimum wage. We agree we need millions and millions of new union workers building green energy in this country. We agree on all of this.
Right.
And so what I find, so I live in central Pennsylvania.
Right.
I live in sort of the heart of Trump
this is
country.
part of your world.
This is part of my world. And I talk to Republicans all the time in my life. And I find that we agree. And what is motivating them and what keeps them from being drawn to the Democratic side is the fact that they also recognize the institutions are broken.
Right.
They get the system is rigged. They get that life isn't fair for working people in
Right.
America today. Our Supreme Court is hijacked. Our Congress is hijacked. Washington is swarming in lobbyists. And they want someone who's going to actually shake things up.
Right.
And disrupt the system. And that was the appeal of Trump, right?
Right.
To someone who's going to come in, blow up the system, disrupt the system, and they're looking for someone else who's going to do that. You see Fetterman,
Yes.
he's doing so
He's
well.
doing great.
He's doing great. He looks like a guy who's going to blow things up.
Exactly.
Right?
And that is the point. You hit the nail on the head. He looks like he's going to make that change. And we have somebody like Barnes in Wisconsin. He looks like he wants to change something, right?
Yep.
So, I imagine that you're looking for candidates like Fetterman who really look like the people that he's attempting to serve and train them on how best to do that?
They don't have to look like Fetterman. Not many will.
I don't mean look like Fetterman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
I do. I think it's about conveying
Right.
I'm going to do things differently.
Right.
I'm not from the establishment.
Right.
I get that you need someone who's going to come in there from the outside.
Right.
It's about being an outsider. It's about coming in, and
Right.
I am not going to do things business as usual.
Right. No, I tell you
Right.
something that I try to tell folks as well. Yes, about being the outsider, but an effective outsider. Because,
Yeah.
Trump was an outsider too, but he didn't know what the hell he was doing.
Yep.
But Fetterman actually played the part before as a lieutenant
Yep.
lieutenant governor, etc. Before we go, let me ask you a couple more questions because
Yeah.
what I think is everybody had given up on the House. And I hope you're working on getting some good candidates that are still. I think we have a few more primaries left, right? So
I think we have a couple primaries
yeah,
left. Yeah,
the reason
yeah.
I don't think we're going to lose a House. I think
Okay.
I think
from your lips to God's ears. I hope.
I
hope.
think we are in the position if we all do the job right that we won't lose a House. I don't know if you share that positive vibe that I'm trying to get out there. What's your thoughts?
I think the momentum is good. The
Right.
momentum is better than it was.
Right.
I think that people are really angry about the Dobbs decision. And
Right.
it was a real wake-up call for a lot of folks
Right.
that we need to get out there and fight
Right.
back, that we are in real trouble. And the point I keep making is if this unelected tribunal of judges thinks that they can just overrule America's will on the Dobbs decision, what's our plan for 2024 when they overturn the election?
What's our plans for 2022?
What's our plan for 2022?
Because and that's the reason I'm asking everybody out there. Let's play 2022 like we're playing 2022 to win, not 2022 to lose.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping to do that. But anyway, last question is, and this is a very tough question coming.
Okay.
You ready for it?
I'm ready. Hit me.
Hit you.
I got it.
What would you have liked me to ask you that I didn't?
Oh gosh,
I told you it was tough.
that is a tough question.
I know.
That's a
every time,
surprisingly tough question.
every time I ask somebody, that's what they do. But that's the point.
I think it would just be, what should Democrats be doing differently?
What should Democrats be doing differently?
Because I have some thoughts on what Democrats
Let
should
me
be
hear
doing
what should be doing
differently.
differently.
So Democrats so often reflexively defend institutions,
Right.
right? Oh, we can't get rid of the filibuster
Right.
because that's an institution, that's a norm.
Right.
Oh, we can't expand the Supreme Court because that's an institution. We have to defend the institutions.
Right.
No, that's not where the electorate is.
Right.
Institutions are broken, and we have to acknowledge that, and we have to tell voters what we will do to fix those broken institutions.
And how do we communicate that to every demographic of voter out there to make sure that we're not just talking to the already spoken to?
You need one clear message.
Look, I love that.
One clear message.
That's how the simplicity of messaging, right?
Yep.
Stephanie Taylor, it's been my pleasure to have you. Bold Progressives it is?
Boldprogressives.org.
Thank you so
That's
kindly
right.
for having
Yeah.
been with Politics Done Right. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number 1, subscribe to our channel. And number 2, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.